Hope you all are good and doing well. Myself Diksha Rai. This is your subject teacher of computer from LPM Public School situated at Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Today I am going to start a new chapter, chapter number 3, that is operating a computer from your computer book. So take out your computer book. So student, today I am going to explain you new topic operating a computer. So first, what will we do? First we will get to read. So you have to pay attention to listen carefully that how am I pronunciation this word correctly. So let's begin. So student, before we start this chapter, as you know very well, in your previous video, we read about chapter number 2, parts of a computer. As you know very well, there are a lot of parts of computer. And you know very well, a computer is a smart machine. And a computer has 4 main parts: monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. We have read about monitor. A monitor look like a television. A monitor is also called a visual display unit, VDU. You can say that what is the full form of VDU? It's visual display unit. Now next, CPU. What is the full form of CPU? It's central processing unit. It controls all the other parts of a computer connected to it. And student, keyboard, mouse, printer, speakers. Do you know that what are the use of speakers? Speakers are used to listen to music, sound and other sound effects stored in a computer. And student, you know very well there are a lot of differences between computer and human. Like a computer never gets tired, but a human gets tired and needs rest. A computer works very fast, but a human cannot work as fast as a computer. And student, you know very well there are a lot of types of computers like desktop computer, laptops, tablets and smartphones. And you know uses of computers at different places like schools, home, offices, banks, hospitals, shops and malls, airports and railway stations. So student, now we are going to start our chapter, that is operating a computer. Starting a computer, follow this step to start a computer. Step 1 is switch on the power supply button. What can we do? Switch on the power supply button. Starting a computer, follow these steps to start a computer. Step number first is switch on the power supply button. Step number 2 is turn on the interrupted power supply UPS. What should we do? Step number 2, turn on the uninterrupted power supply. Step number 3 is press the power button on the CPU box. What should we do? Step number 3, it's press the power button on the CPU box. Now step number 4 is switch on the monitor. What should we do? Step number 4 is switch on the monitor. Now student, please turn over the page number 23. A screen appears on the monitor. This screen is called the desktop. It indicates that the computer is ready to use. A screen appears on the monitor. That screen is called desktop. It indicates that a computer is ready to use. So student, as you can see, it is the picture of desktop on your page number 23. Now you can see in a picture there are a lot of icons in your desktop screen. Now start button. In your left corner, start button. It's taskbar. Next, the information box. The process of starting of a computer is known as booting. Booting. What is it? It's booting. The process of starting of a computer is also known as booting. The process of turning off a computer is called shutting down. What should we call? The process of turning off a computer is called shutting down. Now your next topic is what is it? It's Now your next topic is shutting down a computer. How can we shut a computer? Now we can read about how can we shut the computer. Turning off a computer directly from the main power button can harm it. Therefore, you must always follow the proper method. To shut down a computer. How can we shut down a computer? Step number first is click on the start button. Number second is the power button appears, click on it. Now step number 3 is click on shutdown. Wait till the central processing unit switches off. Now step number 4 is switch off the monitor. What should we do? Switch off the monitor. Now step number 5 is turn off the UPS. Now step number 6 is switch off the power supply button. Now it's time to read notes. Step number 6. After step number 6, now it's time to read notes. To keep the UPS charged, the main power supply button is generally kept on. Note: to keep the UPS charged, the main power supply button is generally kept on. Now, as you can see in your picture, shutting down a computer. Next, information box. What is it? It's information box. Typewriter is the longest word that you can write using only the keys on the top row of a standard keyboard. Now, student, we are going to revise this chapter again. Your chapter name is Operating a Computer. Now, we are going to discuss about chapter Operating a Computer. As we know very well, a computer is an electronic machine, but it is not switched on and off like any other electronic machine. There is a proper method to turn a computer on and off. How can we start a computer? First of all, your first topic in this chapter, how can we start a computer? Student, have you seen computer? Yes or no? I think yes. All of you have seen computer in your school, at your home and all. So now your topic number first is starting a computer. Follow these steps to start a computer. Step number first is switch on the power supply button. Step number second is turn on the uninterrupted power supply UPS. Now step number 3 is press the power button on the CPU box. Student, do you know that what is the full form of CPU? It's Central Processing Unit. It controls all the part of the computer. Now step number 4 is switch on the monitor. Student, please turn over the page number 23. A screen appears on the monitor. This screen is called the desktop. It indicates that a computer is ready to use. Now you can see on your screen, it is the picture of desktop. There are a lot of icons on your screen. Now next, information box. What is it? It's information box. We get a lot of information from this information box of this chapter. The process of starting of a computer is known as booting. What is booting? The process of starting of a computer is also known as booting. The process of turning off a computer is called shutting down. What is shutting down? How can you shut a computer? Next, we read this topic about your next. The process of turning off a computer is called shutting down. Your next topic is parts of the desktop. Now we are going to read about parts of the desktop. Number first is icons. What is it? It's icons. These are the small pictures present on the desktop. Now next, taskbar. Now we are going to read about taskbar. The long bar present at the bottom of desktop is known as taskbar. This bar contains many icons. Next, start button. The start button is used to open any program on the computer. Why do we use start button? We use start button to open any program on the computer. So student, please turn over the page number 24, and your next topic is shutting down a computer. It is a very important topic for you. How can you shut a computer? Turning off a computer directly from the main power button can harm it. Therefore, you must always follow the proper method to shut down a computer. Step number first is click the start button. Now step number second is the power button appears, click on it. Now step number third is click on shutdown, wait till the CPU switches off. Now step number 4 is switch off the monitor. Now step number 5 is turn off the UPS. Step number 6 is switch off the power supply button. Note, to keep the UPS charged, the main power supply button is generally kept on. So student, now we are going to read about information box. Typewriter is the longest word that you can write using only the keys on the top row of a standard keyboard. So student, I hope you will understand the chapter. Now I have some important notes for you. Do you want to listen? Yes or no? Now we are going to discuss about computer. As you know very well, a computer is a machine that can be programmed to carry out sequences of arithmetic, logical operation automatically. Modern computers can perform generally modern computers are perform general sets of operations known as programs. These programs enable computer to perform a wide range of tasks. So students, as you know very well, who invented the computer? English mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage invented the computer. Charles Babbage, an English mechanical engineer and polymath, originated the concept of a programmable computer, considered the father of the computer. He conceptualized and invented the first mechanical computer in the early 19th century. So student, the machine was about a century ahead of its time. A computer is a machine that can store and process information. Most computers rely on a binary system that used to variables. Computers come in many different shapes, sizes, from handhelds, smartphones to supercomputers weighing more than 300 tons. So student, do you know that what is importance of computers? Computers are now fact of life. Computers have created a very effective information system to help streamline the management of an organization. This makes it is a much needed tool for every business, banking, government, entertainment, daily life, industry, education and administration. So student, again we are going to discuss about what is the importance of computer. Computers are now fact of life. Computers have created a very effective information system to help streamline the management of an organization. This makes it a much needed tool for every business, banking, government, entertainment, daily life, industry, education and and administration. So student, as you know very well, a computer is a smart machine, and computers can be connected together to form of a networks. As you know very well, a computer has two main components. Number first is hardware and number second is software. So student, I hope you will understand this chapter very well. Now we are going to over this chapter. In your next video, we are going to start exercise of this chapter. Thank you.